Test, test, test. Alright. Sweet. Everything looks good. I'm just gonna throw out stream announcements. Alright. I'm obviously in the queue. It says there's one person, or we're waiting for one person, so hopefully it goes fast. Otherwise, just be blabbing for a bit. Sorry, just reading forums here while waiting. Hopefully we get a good game today that doesn't have a quitter. Alright, good, we have a game. I don't totally recognize these players, but the fact they're both Elite League suggests they're pretty good. We have first seat, that's always nice. Agricola Sushi I do recognize, sorry. Dash Cone's the one I definitely don't, and I don't really recognize this player, but 800 games, rated 463, they're quite good. Agricola Sushi, almost 800 games, also quite good. And 100 games in 338, this guy's actually pretty good too. However, all of them are like pretty good, whereas I'm, rated like 600, 650, so I should have an edge. But that doesn't always mean that I'll actually have an edge, so we'll find out. As for this pack, it's merely okay. There's nothing great going on here. I see a milk jug, and we literally have a milk jug emote on this channel because I like the milk jug that much. Certainly saw the milk jug a lot more in base only, so admittedly I picked it a lot more there. But it's probably what I take here. Mole Plow is also like reasonably good. But the whole play in round 9 or later thing means that you often can't use it until like rounds 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and plows are really contested then. And it's kind of expensive for what it does. I'm just much lower on Mole Plow, I think, than like Lumen and some others. It's not that I don't think it's a useful card still. It's definitely the second best card in this pack. But I think it's second best. I think Milk Jug is actually better. I'd rather have the food. I'll just plow a little more aggressively in the mid game if I need to. Speaking of plowing a little aggressively in the mid game and wanting to do that, this Thresher looks okay. It's not very exciting, but if you have solid food, Thresher can give you some nice grain while doing the usual stuff. Clay Hut Builder is okay. Maybe Brushwood Collector is okay, but I'm first seed. I'm probably just taking RSF. This is a relatively weak pack. I'll take the Thresher, partly because it's a mid-game card. A lot of other stuff are more early-game stuff. Full Farmer is really good. Potato Digger could be quite good. We have a Beer Table, which the Thresher looks like it's great support for. The second spouse is also quite good. Lots of nice things here. Harvest House also is quite strong. But I think we have to take the beer table. Beer table's very powerful. We're not going to like try to max this beer table out, but we're going to try to make this beer table work in like rounds 11, 13, 14. So this beer table still is going to be 2 wood and 3 grain for 6 bonus points. That's quite good. And we can definitely set up for making that work. The follow-up question then is if I'm trying to go full farmer here, full farmer is a little bit awkward because Thresher beer table is leading us. Operation Feed the Hungry is online. Yeah. Um, yeah. That's true. Milk Jug and Beer Table is gonna throw food to my opponents, though. Definitely gonna help them out a little. But hey, Bro Hell, hey London, welcome. I like Full Farmer a lot in general, but it might not be the pick here. And the reason it might not be the pick here is because I'm kind of these cards kind of have me wanting to do some more field focused stuff, and Full Farmer says otherwise. And Potato Digger, well, it's tricky. I really want to plant my Thresher crops. Potato Digger's pretty good though. If you could get to 4 fields, then you just potato dig 2 veggies. But maybe I just take the Full Farmer anyhow. Ranch Provost is also a little awkward with Full Farmer. Also, Second Spouse is just very good, but yikes, this one's tough. I might get Potato Digger back. People seem to undervalue it. Although, well, there's Full Farmer, Ranch Provost, Seconds. Somebody'd have to take the Animal Feeder. They might. I have Beer Table for Ceiling. I probably don't need Full Farmer. Let's take something else. Maybe I do just take the Second Spouse because it allows me to just do a 3-room game plan, and that looks like what I want to do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's guarantee ourselves Max Family. I generally don't know what to take there. Wow, Plowmaker. Plowmaker is very good. Winter Caretaker is pretty good. Guardian Head Official is reasonably good. Yeah, tricky stuff. If we were doing the farming stuff, I love the Butter Churn. As is, this is probably Forest Well. Gosh, I don't know. Plowmaker with Thresher is a little awkward. Second spells before Full Farmer. Yeah, it might be wrong. I had a hard time with that pack because the Beer Table Thresher is pushing me towards plowing and farming stuff. In which case, I don't know that I'm gonna fence particularly on time or get animals going on time for Full Farmer. Full Farmer asks quite a bit of work, and I think my work is just better spent on Beer Table things. But I don't know. Guardian Head Official also makes some of this a little trickier because now I want to plant stuff at the end. Winter Caretaker looks like an okay source of veg, but I don't know that I want to take it here because I don't know that I have the food for it. I kind of actually just like the Guardian Head Official because I don't have a good early game Ock, and Guardian Head Official looks like a good Ock to play early. The Plowmaker looks okay for sure also, but I think I'm going to take Guardian Head here. Full Farmer can be a 5-point card without huge investments. Well, it cannot be a 5-point card without huge investments. Heavily disagree with that. Extremely disagree with that analysis. To call Full Farmer 5 points means that you're fencing in a way that's costing you a point usually. So it's almost never actually a true 5-point card. Organic Farmer shows up, which also is a complete anti with Full Farmer, but it works with Ranch Provosts. Writing Boards is quite strong. This Greening Plan looks like also wrong. I'll take Writing Boards. Not that I'm necessarily going to have that many Ox, although I should play some of these Ox. Do I want to play Organic Farmer? Maybe. Depends on if I get stables or not. I don't care for Seducer, especially with Second Spouse. Wealthy Man's a trap. Potato Planter is the only thing that's okay here. But do I want to do Potato Planter things? I do not. Organic Farmer. Probably not play Organic Farmer. Anyhow, I also heavily disagree that Full Farmer is like even an easy 4 points. It's relatively easy 4 points. I like Full Farmer a lot usually, to be clear. But I do think Full Farmer generally requires that you have to fence on time and you have to actually take breeding pairs, which is like definitely things you want to be doing. However, I also have cards that really promote me just getting my crops in the ground and doing crop related things. Would have been a fun game for the wealthy meme. Yeah, I mean it's not good, so Chief Forester actually could be playable here. Uh, most of the rest of these cards are not playable, so that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess Game Trade's okay. Game Trade's occasionally okay. Uh, but yeah, the rest of this is absolute trash. I guess I take the Chief Forester. I don't know that I actually play Chief Forester, but maybe. Maybe. Sure. There's scenarios where we Chief Forester. Two breeding pairs might be sufficient for 4 to 5 points. So again, 5 points is a complete lie. I cannot stress that enough. 5 points is a complete lie. I'm not ever. It's never a 5 point full farmer. Like yes, technically it could be a 5 point full farmer, but you're just costing yourself a point worth of fences. So no, not actually a 5 point full farmer. Damn it, nobody took the animal feeder. So I did get the shit animal feeder back. That's sad. Um, Anyhow, I agree that two breeding pairs can be sufficient for 4 points, and you want that anyhow. Except, again, that assumes that I'm fencing on time and getting breeding pairs, which maybe, but given I'm doing other stuff, I'm pretty content with this. Also, second spouse can be pretty powerful if people don't build lots of rooms. Now, if people build lots of rooms, I'll be sad with second spouse, but we'll see how much competition there is or isn't. Stable actually is okay-ish here. I have Organic Farmer, and it is a Ranch Provost game. I can't imagine I'm actually ever playing and using Animal Feeder. I can't really imagine playing Cooperative Plower. Unless there's a random Field Watchman, but that seems real unlikely. So I'm playing Lutenist in case there's a Conjurer. That also seems real improbable. Although I don't actually have a veg source, so I guess I could use Lutenist to buy myself a veg. I'm probably not playing that, but maybe. Maybe. Sheepwell looks okay. Crackweeder could be okay-ish. Trickles of food, but no, that seems dumb. Let's just take the seedling card. Seed seller in case we need more grain, I guess. I mean, Loudmouth is garbage. Alright, our hand's a little awkward at this point, but not terrible, so. I really don't want to play Ox. I'd like to just get a room down. I'd like to figure out okay-ish food, and I don't necessarily know what that food is. So that part's a little scary. Our endgame food is uh, nicely sorted by Milk Jug. A clay oven might be in the future, but not guaranteed. Probably play Guardian Head Official somewhat early and then try to play Thresher relatively early. Thresher is food intensive early, which is a bit tough. So definitely need food. Taking like 4 food bottom feeding would be nice. Possibly building a fireplace for early sheep would be nice. Major Minor does flip, so I could just take 2 clay, so I have a fireplace move. I don't know how good that is or isn't, though. Doesn't feel particularly good, but like maybe I later reno to a hearth. I could also just plow 1 field here and be pretty happy with that, because I wound up not taking any of the plow help in the draft. And even though I don't have Thresher going yet, just getting fields going is kind of reasonable, honestly. Play Puncher gets played, that's fine, not very scary. Winter Caretaker gets played. Okay. That's weird. Is that Winter Caretaker a carrot museum? Winter Caretaker is very food intensive in the early harvests. Generating extra food for Winter Caretaker is a lot. Um, Clay Puncher already can build fireplace, so definitely 2 clay is pretty garbage. So yeah, actually I'm just gonna plow. Just gonna get some plows in. The crops can come a little late. Seducer. It could also be a seducer play, I suppose. You're right. That's also very food intensive. You're buying a vegetable in the harvest and then gonna try to seduce early and open up the growth queue. Like it's bad. I think seducer is just almost always bad, but they can try to prove me wrong. But I suspect that food is gonna be a major. I suspect food's gonna be very tight in the early game if somebody's gonna be doing winter caretaker seducer stuff, and just based on the cards I saw in the draft and the cards that people are playing thus far. So honestly, if I could get 3 early RSFs, so I could just build the actual well, that would actually be some nice extra food. Just all the food from RSF and that, but we'll see. Nest site, okay, nest site's a little bit of food help. Fairly standard opening here, except for the fact nobody took 4 clay or 2 clay. So 4 clay into hearth is an option, but also no sheep yet, so doesn't seem very important. RSF goes, it's understandable. 2 reed goes. Okay, I think this is where I probably just free out Guardian Head Official. I could take 4 clay just so I have a hearth. Don't really know what I'm doing with a hearth, but I don't really know that I want to feed via clay oven this game. Actually, yeah, maybe I just go 4 clay into hearth, even though there's no sheep yet. Hearth long term just gives us lots of options. We're sitting in front of the person that has the fireplace, so that also gives us further options. Person in front of us already has room parts. Alright, yeah, screw it. I can worry about the other stuff later. I'm just gonna go 4 clay hearth this round. Is that the most sensible thing? Maybe not. Is it extra sad that we don't just have a, if I go 4 clay hearth, is it extra sad that we don't just have full farmer as an option? Kind of, but I do have a second spouse as an option, so. Mushroom Collector gets played. That's some extra food injection to the game, actually. That's nice. I like that. More food. 3 wood goes. It's fine. I'm just going to build Hearth here. Purple plays an Ock. Doing what they're supposed to. House Artist. Ooh, that's a bit nasty. House Artist's going to have a bunch of rooms in front of us. And they're going to take Traveling next round. Very nice start for Purple, actually. Purple can take 3 food Traveling right away next round without having to mess around with it. That puts a little bit of pressure on taking 3 food Fishing for me, although it depends on how Sushi plans to feed. Sushi's presumably getting another RSF, though. Yeah, I'm guessing Sushi's getting RSF, which kind of, ugh, I don't really want to fight for 3 food Fishing. Hopefully Sheep Flip, that would also work. Yeah, and then I probably just take wood next round. Still no sheep, gross. Okay, the 3 food Fishing looks better and better. I will just RSF if we're allowed to, but I assume Sushi RSFs, but Sushi maybe takes 4 wood. Nope, does just go RSF. Alright, we'll see if Purple takes 3 food. Purple should take 3 food, but they might get greedy here and go for 4 wood. I'm going to take whatever they don't. Wow, they take 3 wood? What? That makes no sense. What? Why? What? There's... Oh, this is also 3 wood. Never mind, I see. Okay, I thought there was 4 wood, but there's not 4 wood, there's 3 wood. 3 wood is very greedy. I'm probably just first actioning Traveling here. I get back wood or Ock, like always. Yeah, I'm just Traveling here. Am I excited by that move? No, but my food's awkward. There's no sheep, and I don't have early food. I'm gonna have to take questionable bottom feeding actions to get through the early game. Or I had to get more Reedstone actions that I'm gonna get, so. Tree Gardener. Oh my, I mean, Tree Gardener's a good card, but holy crap, let me reiterate the food pressure in this game. Punish the greedy play, that's always good. It's not always good, but this game's much more food tight than I think my opponents are giving it credit for. Like, there's a winter caretaker that wants to use food of the harvest. There's a tree guarder that wants to use food of the harvest. Like, I don't know. There's not that much food. I'm tempted to take 3 food again, to be honest. I'm gonna have to think hard about it. But like red not taking 3 food and playing tree gardener. I mean, red can just mushroom collect though. Yeah, I guess red can just mushroom collect. But like purple needs food. Like I don't know. But my like there looks like there's a lot of food that's required that people don't have. If purple takes wood, I think I'm just taking food or wood. I'm taking food or wood here, and I don't really. We'll see which. Apparently, I'm taking 3 more food. I mean, purple can double build rooms next round. I'll grant that. Although teal can also build a room, so like I don't know. I'm just taking 3 food. It's so lame, but mushroom collector can't do shit here. Yeah, I'm gonna claim this helps feed me during stage 2, and that it makes my opponent's lives hard. Taking 3 food in round 3, very unexciting, very not recommended usually. This is exactly what led me to losing in my Agricola semifinal 2 years ago at WBC. But also, like, if my opponents are not going to respect food, I don't know what to tell them. Like, Red's going to SP into RSF, presumably. Teal at least got Nest Site there, so that's something. This is just Mushroom Collect. Oh, gross. Teal getting another Reedstone here is really sad, but whatever. Yeah, cool. Cool story. I honestly don't know what Purple's doing for feeding. I guess Purple's gonna day labor. Red is just gonna do another Mushroom Collect. I'm gonna take 2 Reed and then Guardian Head Official. My room parts are a bit slow for sure this way, but yeah, just day labor into traveling. I mean, if I'm forcing one of my opponents into day labor traveling, that part's kind of fun, but is the rest of things working well? No. Is Sushi getting way too many Reedstone food actions? Yes. But wow, I don't get Freeok back. Okay, you're not tree gardening with Mushroom Collector. What are you doing? Purple would have such a good stage 1 now. They're just really behind. You were playing a Brushwood Collector, but you can't buy wood. This is a lot of Ox. Did you? I don't know what's happening. Wow, I don't get Ock at all. Okay, fine. I'm taking 4 more clay, I guess. Rec Carpenter. Okay, Recreational Carpenter's good, but you can't Winter Caretaker now, so why did we play Winter Caretaker? Also, the build queue in this game is just non-existent. There's no build queue. It's just going to be SP for growth. These players are probably building way too many rooms, so I'm definitely a 3-room game plan here. I don't love taking 2 wood, but I'm probably taking 2 wood just so that I can possibly. I'm never getting 4 wood here. Red is just going to get back on the wood, but I can Guardian Head Official to get my wood if I need to. Yeah, I think I 2 wood and next round plan to play Guardian Head Official. The 2 wood is unexciting, but it definitely opens up what I need. I need to get into this queue. I'm very concerned about Teal's game. I'm not as concerned about Purple's game. I mean, Purple can build another room. Also, why did Purple build only 1 room? Purple building only 1 room is weird. Like, I get they kind of want to travel again, but just build 2 rooms at once. Sushi asks, what did I just do? I don't know. Can they build more? Yeah, house artists can build as many rooms as you want. You can build multiple rooms with house artist. So it's a little weird that they didn't just double build, because it puts a lot more pressure. And I have no idea why Sushi says, what did I just do? But maybe they realize they can't buy a veg because they don't have enough food, and they should have just built a room rather than Rec Carpenter. Yeah, I think that's what they're realizing. I'm very confused by a lot of my opponent's plays. Like, this Tree Gardener not taking more food and playing Brushwood Collector seems very weird. This Rec Carpenter over just building seems weird. This House Artist not double building and not respecting taking 3 food was weird. Red has no food but has Mushroom Collector. Purple has 1 food. Teal has 1 food. I mean, the delight is that my opponents don't have much food. Red's probably going to have to take 2 sheep here, though, which is sad. Although if they don't, I get 3 sheep in round 6. I will slam 3 sheep in round 6, by the way. I'm convinced this game does not have enough food. Oh, also, I forgot that I have Lutenist. I totally have Lutenist against House Artist. But House Artist doesn't really need to take Traveling that much, so still not worth doing. Sushi does just pay 4 in the Harvest here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm in an okay spot. It's not a great spot, but it's okay. Having Gardening Head is very handy here, because I still have way less wood than I'd like. Purple took a lot of wood last round and chose not to take food, and that really messed them up. But growth flips, which is a bit gross. It's actually very gross. I did not want growth to flip. But red is going to take 4 wood here and then be able to build a room anyhow. Yeah, I'm just very behind the room queue. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're very behind the queue, so we just need to take high quality actions and try to make the game so food tight that all these players slightly die and don't get that much advantage. I'm actually probably taking 6 clay here for these reasons. I'm expected to get Ock back this round, very likely, because my opponents have played a lot of cards already and don't really... Wow, I don't get 6 clay. You take 6 clay instead of start. Okay, no, actually that makes sense. You don't have to start player here. You can start player next action. I'm still taking 5 clay then. 5 clay opens up Milk Jug and my later Reno, and I'm getting jumped on the rooms anyhow. Red's building. Well, wait a sec. No, because I get Ock back. I should get Ock back. Purple has to SP. I can SP build because... Yeah, I can SP build. Well, unless Purple plays Beating Rod. Yeah, okay. I think this works. Ooh, unless Sushi has a 4 wood card. If Sushi has the Ranch Provost, how does that work? Well, no, because then they still build a room and I can still start build. Okay, yeah, I think this works. I mean, the downside is that red gets the sheep. Yeah, red's gonna get the sheep if I have to start build next round. Gotta live with that. Gotta live with that. Unless red just doesn't build here. That'd be also really handy, but no, they do build. Okay. They build. If Teal has a Ranch Provost, that's bad. Hopefully Teal just builds a well or takes another Reedstone action. Yeah, they just build a well, though. Beautiful. That definitely helps alleviate their food pressure. Really nice start for them. Still am very scared of Teal's game. I think their game has gone very to plan. Getting lots of Reedstones and just largely getting a... Well, although this Winter Caretaker is still a little weird, but overall Teal's game looks quite good. Does red have a stork? Spamming Ox that fast is untypical. I agree that I assume red has like a stork's nest, but they chose not to take Reedstone food and like they played Brushwood Collector. I mean, playing Brushwood Collector doesn't mean that... Wow, they played BMW. BMW over the well feels wrong. They have no reed injection. There's no reed in this game. I think that was a mistake, but whatever. This is going quite nicely for me. I think I get to go SP build, so that's the good news. The bad news is that I can't fight the sheep stack this way, so that part is a bummer. But this is the benefit of taking 3 food, 3 food. The game's crazy food tight. I at least can get through this stage with what I have. And I still have a hearth for long term, which is something. But yeah, purple grows, and I totally pull off SP build here. Unless this is... As I say, unless this was Beating Rod. But even if it was Beating Rod, it would be weird to room block me. Now, one downside is that I can't really be playing the miners that I want to be playing. I would love to play Forest Well here. I would love to play the beer table here, but I can't. So I'm probably just playing Milk Jug and Stable. So I guess I play Stable first in case somehow I do wind up with the sheep. I at least have a sheep and a stable. Not getting to play the best miners here is a bit of a problem too with our game, admittedly, but hey. Red is mushroom collecting the wrong space. Red, you're going to have to start player next round. Don't mushroom that space. Mushroom the other space, please. Alright, red realizes they can sheep, actually. That's also just better. Well done. It is also sad that I can't take all these wood piles. But hey, again, whatever. We're a little bit sad, but like teal looks like they can't really explode due to food. Purple also looks like they're not really exploding due to food. I mean, I guess purple is going to be rolling pinning food, which is something. And they're civic facading food. Purple is actually eking food out in an annoying way. So they're not they're not quite starving as much as I'd like them to be. But I do get the next growth, but yeah, the bad news is that I'm not scooping up all the wood behind, and I also am gonna have food problems real soon. But oh well. Ugh. Yeah, I have a serious lack of everything here, actually. The only good news is that purple's gonna SP to grow, probably, because Sushi's gonna be threatening rooms with Wreck Carpenter. Actually, Sushi's gonna take 2 read and RSF here and build a room. Yeah, yeah, actually, definitely. So red's gonna have to start player first action. Sushi's gonna get a huge pile of wood. So, okay, the good news is both Sushi and Purple are fighting to get back in the room queue. So the growth queue is turning that I'm gonna get the first real actions for several rounds while these people fight for more growths, presumably. So that part is good. The bad news is, again, my own food situation is kind of problematic. Unless pigs flip. If pigs flip an 8, I could get 2 pigs in 9, and that would also be very nice. But we'll see. Sushi takes RSF. That's expected. I would expect Sushi just to take 2 read here to be able to build a room. But maybe Sushi doesn't like something about that, but I'm not sure what it would be. Wow, yeah. I guess they're just going to take 3 read, but this feels... Well, red still has to start. Okay, no, yeah, Sushi can build the room next round. Sushi's going to take 3 read with their first action. And get 1 more food off nest site. Okay, yeah, actually, I'm cool with that. That's pretty well played by Sushi here. Sushi doesn't need to take 4 wood. 3 read is very good for them. Does purple take 4 wood? Probably. So that leaves me taking 4 food next round. I don't love it, but I might just do it. But me taking another 4 food bottom feeding is real ugly, but also I don't know that I have better food or better options. Thresher still looks really expensive for us, but it still looks pretty necessary. Although I also really wanted to get beer table down before Thresher. I guess I could reno beer table maybe. Although again, that assumes that I have wood that I don't have. I've taken so little wood off the board. I've taken only 2 wood through 6 rounds. That's also just really not good. My opponents are playing well in terms of they're taking a lot of wood that I'm not. This milk jug in the future going to be great, but not great right now. Red does SP as expected. Red has an ed bonus. Okay, ed bonus is a good reason to play Ox, but that's a first pick ed bonus, so they do not have a Stork's Nest. So, wow, Sushi does not take the read. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess maybe Sushi has the right read that nobody else is going to touch the read, but very surprising there. I mean, Sushi taking wood makes sense to me. Sushi definitely wants the wood. But yeah, I did not expect that. I still think I'm just taking 4 food here. I like really don't like it, but also taking 4 food still looks kind of solid. I mean, this nest site and this stuff is providing my opponent's food. Like, my opponents have enough trickles of food. They're surviving, but I don't know. Can I slow these people down by taking bottom feeding? I don't know. Maybe they both have enough trickles to get by. I don't know how I feed myself without taking 4 food here, though. Like, the fact that I'm taking 4 food actions, very much indicative that our game is not very good. But I also have 0 use for 3 read. I have my reno parts, and once I renovate, I'm probably not renovating to stone. I'm planning to second spouse in the late game. Like, I am not building another room this game. Sushi does get 3 read back, so good read. Good read, buddy. That's very... Well, that was well done. Sushi has a lot of wood. That's very good. Purple has no wood, but at least has a 4th room. Purple still has only ways to trickle food, but this is like 2 food around, which is pretty good. They're just getting some plows done, which is also good. The board looks real gross. I mean, it's early growth, so kind of predictable that the board looks gross, but Sushi presumably builds a room in SPs at the start of next round, so Purple's probably getting 4 wood. I'm probably taking 3 wood. Then my next action next round is play Thresher. And then it might be Reno Beer Table. It's probably what I'm up to. And then the round after, ideally, is like Plow Thresher, Sobake, take 3 sheep, something like that. Start using Beer Table at 9. That might be the game plan. Although that means that I'm not taking wood in round 9, and I'm going to have 1 wood entering round 10. Ugh. Not good. Not good. Sushi is building stables. I really don't like this move. I'm sure Sushi has the. I'm sure, absolutely positive that Sushi has Muckrake, the bonus points for unfed stables thing. But this stable build looks really bad, especially with Rec Carpenter, and especially with the wood in the game. I can't. Is Sushi not going to build a room? That's also would be pretty fascinating. I mean, maybe Sushi's not building rooms. Manual grain, manual field for purple. I mean, I love to see this stuff because that looks like people who are not accelerating with their action advantage. But this is a pretty gross game here. Is red gonna buy wood in the harvest? It looks like they should. They actually are the one person that has food. Which the tree gardener does look really good this game right now. Sushi did not build a room. Yeah, Sushi declined building a room with Rec Carpenter. Interesting. Sushi declining a room and building stables instead is very unexpected. Why play Rec Carpenter if you're not going to build more rooms? Also, why play Rec Carpenter if you're going to go manually build stables? But who am I to tell them otherwise? Also, why play Winter Caretaker if you're not going to actually buy a veg? I don't know the answer to any of that. I can't answer these things. But remember how I said I was going to get wood this round? Now it looks like Sushi's just going to take 4 wood again, which, hey, wood bullying is a fun way to win. Kudos to Sushi if he just wood bullies his way to a victory, because you don't usually see that. It could just go 4 wood, 3 wood this round, and I just continue to cry about my lack of wood. Pigs do flip, so that's quite a bit more food in the game. I am still the only guy with a hearth, but purple might hearth pretty soon, although purple might clay oven. I don't know what they're up to. There's that stable passing around. A little surprising red's playing stable here, because red can build a room otherwise. But red maybe is trying to build clay rooms. Sushi takes RSF instead of 4 wood. What? This is a misstep. What? RSF over 4 wood is definitely wrong. I do not understand what Sushi's up to. Wow, I get the 4 wood? I mean, hell yeah. Blueprint? Sure. You're gonna build a pottery? You have no food. Good luck. Okay, well that was a huge break. I also get 2 pigs to open next round if I want them. Which I might. I probably do want 2 pigs to feed next round. Free family growth for purple. Free early. I don't. You're gonna have to type better than that to convey your thoughts, but. Oh yeah, I don't get the first action next round is what you mean. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it was building a room, but I guess purple had to SP there, otherwise teal could build a room. Yeah. Sushi could have built earlier. Could have, yeah. And I guess still Sushi could have built this round if purple doesn't SP though, so I guess purple felt they had to SP. Sushi wanted RSF so they could build the well. Okay. I mean, I understand wanting the well. I do. But was RSF well on 3 actions actually worth it? I mean, I guess Sushi's food is also just a disaster. I mean, not a disaster, but I guess Sushi did this for food reasons, but not taking 4 wood is crazy, and also these stables are just baffling to me. Building 3 stables instead of having a room in an early growth game feels very wrong, but who am I to tell my opponents what they should be doing? It's not like I've exactly been doing the right things this game either, to be clear. I believe the play here is to reno the beer table, because I do want to get the beer table out, and I genuinely have no clue when I'm going to get beer table out otherwise. Then I'm going to Ock Thresher, and then I'm going to open next round with 2 pigs, because I'm hungry, boy. And then we hope to wheel plow next round, which, God, the plow pressure is going to get real high. But I guess I can still so bake a grain if I have to, and that's not terrible. It's bad, but it's not terrible. Yeah, not taking... Oh, I'm going to possibly get 4 wood next round. I'm definitely taking 4 wood, though, although I might not get animals back, in which case I also die. Ugh, delightful. Alright, let's just do this reno thing. We do definitely want the beer table long term, so let's invest in it even though our wood is sketchy. There is a plow, which is expected. What's slightly unexpected is that we have not seen Plowmaker, and we don't know who has the mole plow, but it does look like fields are going to get real tight. Real tight. Food is still real tight. Everything is tight. It's fun. It's delightful. I don't know. Okay. Purple also has no wood. Purple also has no food. Purple takes another grain. Okay, purple's gonna stone oven on reno. You gotta love watching your opponent take manual grain actions to feed if that's really what's happening. Which it is what... It really looks like that's what's happening. Alright, we'll get a thresher out. And we'll see what the next round looks like. If I get 4 wood, I'm taking 4 wood. Because I generally have no idea how I get wood this game. And I think I have to take 4 wood even if it's... Well, God, can I be risky on... I can't really be risky on food. I don't know. There's a lot that I want. Which is good, because it should mean that I get some number of what I want, but... Ugh, I don't know. Sushi is once again declining Rec Carpenter here, I think. Yeah, Sushi's declining Rec Carpenter. Okay, it's fine. Does make sense. Purple can do anything to open this round. Purple probably takes 4 wood and then reno stone oven. Or they're just going to grow first action. Okay. That's an option. Gonna just lock up the pottery. Okay. How are you feeding? How you feeding? I don't know. You figure that out. All right. Do all the animals disappear if I take 4 wood? They might. It's very reasonable that all the animals disappear if I take 4 wood, which kind of kills me. So I guess I take 2 pigs, and I have to either get sheep, wood, or plowback, and one of those is good. And that's just how it's got to be. That's just how it's got to be. Yeah, I think that's quite simply how it is. Wish I could take 4 wood and get food back, but I don't think that I get a 6 food action back. I mean, sushi stables are very confusing, so I have actual no clue for sure what's happening. But... Ooh, also, should I take sheep just because pigs are a little less exciting? No, that's being too fancy. I should just take the pigs. All right. Sheep go. That's fairly expected. Sushi stables look like a complete misstep. Like, hugely wrong. I mean, I guess Muckrake is still going to make those stables something, but I don't know how Sushi... Anyhow, Sushi should be slamming 4 wood here. I think, unless Sushi really wants plows for reasons I don't know. Sushi also, this winter caretaker, still has no food for the winter caretaker. Is trying to feed on BMW well, which is nice, but Sushi might take 3 food just because it's a veg action plus a food. I mean, that's bad, but I don't know. The board's gonna get pretty bad. I'm taking wood or plow. I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm taking one of them. Wow, Sushi's gonna start. Okay. That was unexpected. Tumbrel. So Sushi is gonna sow a grain. So I will not be sowing grain this round, unless Purple's gonna sow here. If I get 4 wood back, amazing. Wow, I do. This is still gonna be Reno Oven now. I don't know, but sure, I get 4 wood back along with the 2 pigs. I mean, I'm in. I am in. The food pressure finally paying off and buying me better actions. Oh my god, am I getting 3 wood back? Am I getting plow back? I mean, I don't... whatever. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, Red On does that. Red... Oh, Reno blocks. Purple. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, do that. Upgrade to a hearth. Yeah. Just... I don't even know. I don't care. Mole plow. Ah, red has the mole plow. Okay. That part's been answered. Beautiful. So plow pressure high. Must prioritize plows. But we also got 4 wood. What an amazing round. What an amazing round. I'm getting 3 wood or plow because purple has to feed. Oh, wow. I can get my choice. Even better. Even better. Is that even better? I have no clue, actually. But wait, Sushi's not sewing? You played Tumbrel, bro, and you built a bunch of dumb stables. I don't know. I don't... This is... The world is crazy. Mole plow with a late ed bonus? I passed mole plow, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, nobody's taking wood this round because everybody was hungry. Beautiful. This clay oven seems real bad, by the way. Like, you had to manually take grain. This is not going to feed... Like, this is not feeding you long term. But love to watch somebody have tough food issues. I think I'm supposed to plow here, not make Red's life easy on plows. I'm probably getting a pretty good wood stack to start next round. We are going to have a question if we're beer tabling this harvest. My instincts are to not beer table this harvest. and try to actually get a bunch of grain in the ground and then start beer tabling. But is that correct? Yeah, I think that is correct. What I mean is that the late education bonus is not necessary in a food type game if you have a mole plow and you've played 4 ox before. Because the end bonus is just getting them a veg in a field and they're not even probably playing the cards. The ox to make it work, that could be true. Definitely could believe that, but we'll see. Anyhow, I'm gonna pass on beer tabling here, and I'm gonna claim that I'm sowing 2 grain fields at least, and then we'll beer table the last 3 harvests for 6 points. I think beer tabling now just makes it hard to. Well, if I get a plow action though, wait a sec. If I get a plow action and then I sow 2 grain with thresher. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do pay for this beer table. Try to greed some more points. We have it down. We have it ready. Sure. I generally don't know what's correct here. If I don't get another plow, this is pretty bad. And admittedly, prioritizing plow instead of wood also looks sketchy, because holy shit is the wood and animal fight tight. I'm really hoping for cow to flip, and people need to take cow, because yeah, my milk jug going off in the end game here would be very helpful. This does look like a pretty strong milk jug game for me. I mean, it's going to be helpful for everybody throwing them food, but the food is just rough for a lot. I mean, Sushi's food's a little better now that they did this tumbrel stuff, but god, Sushi manually grading and tumbraling here is also a little wild. Sushi can finally buy a veg, though, I think, right? Because Sushi's gonna eat a reed. Yeah. Yeah, Sushi already paid 6 food for the harvest, has 7 food through the tumbrel. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're definitely buying a veg. Okay, Sushi's kind of got their food thing figured out via weird stuff. I'm still not sure this tumbrel is quite correct, but I'm also not sure Sushi was supposed to not have a room by this point. But hey, I don't know. I'm eating 2 pigs here too, and that's not exactly impressive, so I still have a lot of problems myself, to be clear, but I do think the beer table's pretty good. The thresher's reasonably good. The second spell should be good. The milk jug should be huge. The writing boards could still be kind of useful too. So hopefully we can piece it together. I do think I'm supposed to prioritize plows actually now too, remembering writing boards. I should be prioritizing plows. So plow is my first priority this round, but if I have to take 3 wood, oh well. But hopefully it goes 4 wood, 3 wood. But definitely could be plows. I might have to SP to plow, which I can SP Forest Well. SP Forest Well this round's not too bad. But I'm definitely taking wood or plow first action. Unfortunately, cow does not flip. That's actually a pretty big bummer. Cow flipping made our life much, much easier, and this is actually significantly harder. It does go 4 wood. Okay, I'm taking 3 wood or a plow. Find out which it is. It's 3 wood. Okay, fair enough. Red might start player to plow, which would also be a bit sad, but hey, we'll see what happens. I will take a veg this round. Is also an okay action. Taking veg and sowing is okay. I'll definitely SP. Wow, 2 clay? What? 2 clay is a room? Red is going to build a room and grow? Yes. Red is taking 2 clay to build a room and grow. You have a clay puncher, bro. Just... Okay, this 2 clay move's got to be wrong. You have a clay puncher. Definitely... You just... Ock. Just play another Ock. That seems like a significant mistake. Like... It cannot be correct to take 2 clay. But hey, whatever. Love watching our opponents make mistakes. I am going to SP if I'm allowed to. Otherwise, I'm taking a veg and so baking. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah, the milk jug not being active has made the food real unfortunate. SP Forest Well was still definitely my preference here.
SP Forest Well into a veg is actually what the real dream is, because then I can open next round with Plow, and then hopefully I can get So Bake. Now, do I get So Bake next round with purple doing whatever the fuck they're doing? I don't know. Unfortunately, there's more So Bake pressure than I wanted this game, and it looks like it would have been better just to do the early fences stuff. And so I should have just done the normal take the dumb full farmer and just ignore freaking beer table thresher stuff. But it's hard to know in the draft that somebody's going to manually clay oven with no grain support because they're, I don't know. I will grant they have more food than I thought from all of this. Between pottery and their trickle cards, it's working. Wow, 2 wood for sushi. Love to watch 2 wood. We're getting ever closer. First or last, purple. First or last. If you want to SP for me, you can SP a joinery. I don't know. Nope, you're going to manually take your 3rd grain. Okay, that looks like a So Bake. I am assuming purple's going to So Bake this round, which I'm also totally cool with. Absolutely So Bake this round. Go for it. Forest Well nets us some food in the future and is a point. And it just gets us important action priority here, which is all good. How do I feed next round? We'll figure that out. Red goes for the build grow. Makes sense. That was the only thing 2 clay could be for. Red builds another stable. That also actually looks like a decent stable. I would like to take a veg here. I'm assuming purple actually takes a veg the more I think about it, though. Purple's probably taking a veg and then sowing grain veg and baking a grain. Yeah. So I'm not getting the veg here, which is actually kind of sad. So I'm probably just taking 4 food. Ugh, God, 4 food doesn't even... Well, no, 4 food works. 4 food feeds me. I could take 4 food and then make sure somebody takes a cow next round. And then still go Thresher, so 2 grain fields. Yeah, that's decent. And then Ox second spouse. It does look like the second spouse is going to be reasonably good because there's not that many more rooms coming into the game. I thought there was way more rooms coming into the game, but there's just not been resources for it. People have not been able to afford the rooms. Sushi's going to fence 10. That also looks very reasonable. Sushi having no animals yet's a little sad, but Sushi will get animals next round. I am still kind of surprised Sushi's gone for this 3-room family game, though, when they definitely could have... They definitely had a chance at more, but... The veg does go. That was kind of expected now, but it was unfortunate. I could... Wait a sec. I don't have to take 4 food here, do I? No, I do have to take 4 food. I don't have food to fuel Thresher. I was going to say I could Ock, but if I Ock... Oh, if I Ock, I do have a food from... I have a food. But then, how do I get enough food to feed next round? I really don't get enough food to feed next round. Unless I get an pigs back, but I'm not getting pigs back. Alright, I settle for a 4 food action again. This is another bottom feeding action for me this game. Again, pretty clear that my game's not great. Still think my game's enough on path that it might be competitive, just because everybody's game seems to have lots of issues. But I don't know that it's enough at all here. Purple's going to have a huge wood problem, except they have a wood carrier. Yes. Cow and Milk Jug does a lot of food for me, I agree. But I'm ideally not having to take the cow myself. But we'll see. Purple So Bakes. This was very expected. The good news is So Bake looks very open for me next round. So in an ideal world, actually, I maybe still do get my veg in the ground. My round might be plow veg, so if somebody takes the cow for me. Like, Sushi looks like they really have very little to do and might take a cow for me, but I don't know. But definitely plow grain. Definitely plow grain. Red not having fields is tough. Red might have to start. No, Red's taking more sheep. Red taking sheep instead of pigs is surprising. I mean, you have a butter churn, I guess. Sushi starts instantly, ignoring the pigs. Okay, that was kind of unexpected. Corf. I think I'm taking veg and So Baking anyhow, and assuming cow gets taken. Like, it seems like there's just too many people's actions for cow to not get taken, but could be wrong. Purple should be slamming 3 wood here, you'd think, although maybe 3 stone. Yeah, they go for the 3 stone. Not taking 3 wood seems very wrong. Like, red's gonna take 3 wood. I could think about taking 3 wood myself, but I think I'd rather use these fields. What happens if somebody doesn't milk jug for me? That I eat this veg that I'm sowing? That's not the worst case. Bottom feeds on 3 room are never fun. Yeah, I mean, it's been slow and bad, and I know it. The milk jug, again, is going to put huge work in this endgame, though. Grow flipping would be very good for me with second spouse. Red takes the pigs on the wheel. Okay. And they're just eating them for 4 food. Okay, fair enough. Sushi gets no breeding pairs because they SP'd too fast, but Sushi gets the 3 wood back even though red and purple needed wood. Wow. This game is just wild. Just wild. Purple now takes 2 wood. Okay. Yeah. What a game. Alright, I'm gonna get a bunch of crops in the ground at least. That's very good. I really would like somebody to milk jug. That actually seems okay. No animal ceiling to compete with. Yeah, I mean, I think it's solid. I think Sushi, I think, is way behind by not taking animals. I think Sushi way over prioritized SP here. SP Corf also feel like they got a stone, but what are you doing with the Corf, bro? Like, I don't know. I think that's also very mistake. I think my opponents have made a lot of mistakes, which is keeping me much more in this than I should be. Because I think they're playing their positions pretty inefficiently. Like, not taking 2 pigs, I think, is just a huge sin. You have breeding room. You almost certainly have a muckrake. Like, when are you getting animals? Apparently never. I mean, hopefully you take a cow here, because you're not taking 2 cows to open next round. You're taking whatever flips. So, I think Sushi's best move is cow. I guess it could be Reno. Could just be Reno something. I don't know what you'd be Renoing, but... Lots of mistakes on my opponents? Yeah, I completely agree. My opponents have made just lots of errors, and it's keeping me very much in this. Purple's game is actually looking okayish, except for, yeah, the wood pressure. Like, Purple's wood is really bad, but Purple is going to probably get to a 4-room stone house. I don't know that that does enough for them, but I don't know that I have enough. I think I do have enough, right? Second spouse, plus I am going to get to fence. I'm going to have second spouse, plus I'm going to get to fence. Cow does get taken, pretty expected. That's, again, very important for me. You didn't see the draft? Were there big wood outs? Not that I know of. I wound up with the only wood out that I know of, which is writing boards. And I kind of don't want to give red writing boards, but I might be playing writing boards yet. We'll see. Because I need the wood myself also. But I don't think there's any big wood outs that I know of. I mean, there might be a wood carrier. The big concern right now is that purple has a wood carrier, which very well could be. In fact, this could be wood carrier right here. No, they have the plowmaker. Wow, so they've plowed twice without plowmaker. Okay, the plow pressure is high. I'm very happy I have 3 fields. I'm planning to fence big because I don't think there's any. I don't think it makes sense for me to go for 5 fields. It seems very improbable. There's a mole plow that's very desperate. There's a plow maker that's pretty desperate. It is a Guardian Head official game though, so it is very valuable to try to SP for that plow sow in 14. That plow sow in 14 might be worth starting for if I'm able to. SP writing boards for plow sow in 14 actually sounds really good. Yeah. I am hoping growth flips. Growth flips also looks way better for me because of second spouse. I'm very happy with Sushi getting another family member also, I think. I think Sushi's game has... Well, does Sushi's game have too many issues? I don't know. My beer table looks very helpful here to my ceiling. Although my points is also being buoyed by fake Guardian Head points right now. Yeah. I have fake guardian head points. I don't know. This game is a mess. Wow, 2 clay again from somebody else. You love it when your opponents are taking 2 clay actions, though. Like, I mean, I get why they're taking 2 clay. They're going to eat one with pottery, and now they can actually reno. But, whew, 2 clay as an action is, it's good. it's good for me when my opponents are taking 2 clay as an action. Definitely I'm beer tabling. Again, I'm very much easing all the food pressure on my opponents the rest of this game between beer table, milk jug, but worst Wreck Carpenter you've seen. The Wreck Carpenter was really bad. Like, they went back to build stables. They've refused to build another room. I also don't know why they didn't build another room. They could have grown in round 9. Like, I think Sushi's game is way better if they just build a room in round 9 and grow into it. Well, they build a room in like round 8 or whatever, grow into it, never build those stables. Like, just ignore those stables. I get you have a muckrake. Ignore the effing stables. Like, muckrake is not worth playing into like this, especially in an early growth game where you were doing such a good job wood bullying the table. You had a Wreck Carpenter on the board, you had room parts on the board. Go for it. Like, just go for it. No clue why they didn't, but it's good for me. Not understandable? Yeah, it really wasn't. It's very confusing, but whatever. It's also, again, it's also pretty crazy that Sushi doesn't have more animals on their farm. Like, they SP'd with high priority with a Corf. SP'd Corf instead of taking 2 pigs is just definitely wrong. Overvaluing the round 12 flip too much, but I mean, if they hit growth, it's pretty good. Even Plow Sow is actually quite good for Sushi, so I'll give them that. But I don't know. You gotta sometimes greed what's on the board and hope you get SP back. It is cultivation. That's sad news for my second spouse, but I'll live. It's probably goes. I probably do get 3 wood because it probably goes cultivation and then plow. If I get plow though, I'll take it. But I'm assuming I get 3 wood. Sushi also had tumbrel. I did forget Sushi had tumbrel. So Sushi's gone for this because of tumbrel and muckrake. But yeah, I still think it's a mistake. I'm happy with 3 wood. Please let me wood bully slightly more. Yep. 3 wood. I probably go second spouse. Red SPs, that was pretty expected. Red needs to start for plows. Ooh, and they have a harvest house. Very well-timed harvest house. And the perfect amount of clay and everything. Okay, the 2 clay looks better given they have a harvest house. I should have remembered that they had harvest house when they took 2 clay. It makes more sense. Sushi renos, okay. Sleeping corner for Sushi. Wow, okay. With a sleeping corner, I understand why you don't build a 3rd room, but I don't understand why you play Rec Carpenter. Very mysterious Recreational Carpenter. They played Recreational Carpenter when they could have just built a room. But now it makes more sense when they sowed a single grain field too. Alright, Sushi's game is still scary then. What's the interaction with corner and second spouse? It's messy. If it's occupied by the first person another player placed. Okay, I can still go there then. Corner blocks spouse. If it is occupied by the first person. Yeah, I think I block them. Yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think sleeping corner says if it's occupied by one other player's person. So I think they have a problem. But based on the text on second spouse, as long as somebody else first actions it, I should be okay. What was I doing here? I'm playing second spouse? I could fence 12, but I really wanted to fence 15, assuming I get to SP next round with writing boards. I don't know that that happens, but I think that's what we want to go for. Although, do I even get fences back next round? Sketchy. There is a lot of fence pressure on the game. There might be value in just fencing 12 and being done with it. Yeah, actually deeply unclear. Deeply unclear. Also, was I just getting growth anyhow, or is purple gonna grow? I don't know. Milk jug triggers, that was pretty expected. I'm taking single pig now because I really don't care about anything else. Or I'm taking 5 food because my food's still a disaster. Is my food a disaster? It's not a disaster, but if I'm growing next round and in 14, how do I feed my full family without breeding animals? I probably don't. I probably do take 5 food here. Gross. What if they use their second person with corner? Would that block spouse? Well, I need somebody else to use their first person to grow. If nobody grows in the first orbit, I have to grow, which is annoying. Ooh, field clay. Field clay for purple there was pretty cute. That's a lot of clay. I mean, it's a 4 clay action. It's not that much clay. Never mind. And it had to be on major minor. That's not very good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's way less good than it could be. All right, I'm taking single pig because well, wait, no, I talked about 5 food. I talked about 5 food. Is 5 food actually better? Oh my god. I'm getting 6 more food from the jug, 7, 8 food. That brings me to 12 food, but I'm probably at least plowing one more time with Thresher. I might be playing writing boards. Yep, okay. I'm going to claim that I actually unfortunately do need this food. I'll be right back. With that sleeping corner, it might have been actually better for Sushi that Plow So flipped, which is kind of crazy, but... You guess you meant purple uses first to grow. Normally you could wait to use your last action to second spouse, but teal could use their second porcelain corner. That now block? I don't think it will. 2 sheep into pork and cow would be good here. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I'm assuming it goes plow so, and then I'm assuming this is plow for Sushi. Actually, Sushi might take 2 pigs. Purple, I don't know what they do. Purple maybe starts, maybe takes 3 wood. I would like to just start player. I would like purple to grow. I'd like purple to grow. I'd like to start player. I might start player anyhow, just because Plow So with Guardian Head Official is very valuable. And because I want writing boards. Wow, Sushi just SPs. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Sushi also has the same pressure here of going for Guardian Head Official. So yeah, that's actually a really good start. I'm in trouble. Definitely in trouble. Red only got 1 use out of Mole Plow. Exhibit A and Y, I don't care for Mole Plow much. Oh, they do grow. Beautiful, thank you. That's very kind, at least. Okay. I take 2 pigs, fence 12, grow. I think that's what I'm doing. I think it's just 2 pigs, fence 12, grow. I really don't have time for writing boards anymore. I really don't have time for anything. The only real question is if I get fences back. It does mean that I'm giving I'm giving plow to red, so that's a kindness. But I don't really want to plow. I kind of want to plow. But I also really need defense. I'm also giving grow to teal. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not freaking growing here. That's definitely wrong. There's so many effing pressures. There's a million pressures. Like, if I grow here, teal just takes the pigs then, which, like, the pigs are a lot of points for them now, too. Like, this muckrake really wants teal to take the animals. I mean, I guess the question is, who am I beating? And there's also, like, am I beating anybody? Like, is my game actually competitive in the slightest here? No effing clue. I think I have to fence this round. The real question comes to if red's gonna fence here. I think red doesn't fence here. Red has red offenses as an option. Although red is also last, so could get fence blocked the easiest. God, maybe I'm supposed to just fence 12 here. There's so much fence pressure. I might not get any animals. Well, I probably get sheep back. I probably get sheep back and then I have game trade. If I breed a sheep and then next round I have game trade, that's actually pretty good. So I fence, get sheep, grow. Okay, yeah, actually I actually like that a good amount. Getting plow opens up so for gardening too. Yeah, I mean the plow is good, but god, the fence pressure is just insane. Like absolutely insane fence pressure. I can't really risk this. I mean, again, I don't know that I'm scoring enough points to actually win here. Because, yeah, just lots of problems. I mean, my farm is pretty bad, but Sushi does take the pigs. That's fairly expected. I can now grow block them, though, which is kind of an annoying interaction. Although if I grow block them, they probably block my sheep, which also is pretty bad. Those sheep are just a ton of points for Sushi also, again. Sushi's muckrake is very good with animal pairs. So I'm probably just taking 2 sheep myself because it's so many points with game trade and just being friendly and letting both of us grow this round. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah, I think that is what's happening. I mean, I'm still just going to lose to Sushi cleanly then. I think I'm just losing to everybody though, right? I'm not even going to break 40. Like, my game is not good. I've taken so many bad bottom feeding actions. Like, I kind of knew this was not good for a long time. I guess I was supposed to just take full farmer this draft and fence earlier. Red May sheep too for food, possibly. Beating rod for a reed. Yeah, red's just or purple's just set up to Redo again. Purple not taking 3-wood's a little crazy, but I guess purple's gonna run out of stone at least. Yeah, gross scores all around. I'm gonna take these sheep. Again, I think it's just too many points to ignore. That'll get grow. Red now taking wood. Red can at least pressure Redo fence. So purple will get Redo fence. Red will get fence plus Redo, presumably. Sushi grows. That's all expected. Yeah, what a low scoring, just gross game. Early growth, but just nobody had good food. And lots of mistakes from lots of people. I did not find a very good path. What was I supposed to do here? I mean, I took so many crappy food actions. I guess I was supposed to just fence and breed animals earlier, maybe, is the answer. Although, I generally don't know when I was supposed to get tons more wood this game. Purple just chose to take lots of early wood and not set up food, and that's just led to a lot of inefficiencies for a lot of people. Oh, also, it does block me. Well... So, apparently we block each other. I'm not totally sure that's how that should work, but apparently it is. So, cool. Well, if I knew that, I would have played differently. But, so be it. Now we just take a cow. Although, now that I'm not growing, now I don't need the extra food. Ugh, so bad. So Ernie, I don't think I agree with that, but you feel like you discounted oven, thresher, and clay oven could have been the correct line in a late sheep game. So maybe it's so many so actions, which is what I hate. But I mean, I took so many bottom feeding actions, so I think you guys are probably correct. I will admit a blind spot for me is I really don't like I really don't like I really don't like lines that require me to just so bake a lot because they always feel bad. But in games like this,
where everything is bad, maybe it is good enough. Um, Anyhow, as for Ernie, I don't. I see it first person, but to me, is Wish for Children occupied by the first person another player placed? It is. Not clear why I can't also use it. It doesn't say only. It does not say only. Sleeping Corner is fairly clear that I can use it if it's occupied by one other player's person. One. I understand why Sleeping Corner would get blocked. Less convinced that reading this card would tell me that, but it's fine. Oh, it's definitely bad wording, sure, exactly. I mean, they're both kind of bad wording. They're also just bad rules. Like, these cards should just work. They should not block each other. It doesn't lead to interesting game circumstances that they block each other. They should definitely just both work, but they don't, so whatever. Red has played a late animal feeder. Wait, Red also played a seducer? Wait, what? What? When did this happen? Wait a sec, everybody. Red played a seducer last round and I didn't mention it? Wait, what? The seducer's so bad. Why are you playing seducer? Oh my god. I mean, I guess it worked out. It was 3 points, but minus grain veg. Ugh, it looks so bad, but whatever. Alright. Time to lose. Time to lose. Getting blocked on growth is lame. Okay. Anyhow, yeah, I probably should have just, I guess, prioritized Clay Oven lines. And should have just prioritized earlier Thresher, but god, it's so hard to get it work. Ed bonus field makes Seducer maybe not the worst. Yeah. Another question is if Teal used his first person also on the Family Growth space, then you don't think I'm blocked? Oh, interesting, Gary. If they both just would have been down there with their first people? I have no idea. I mean, these cards are this interaction is dumb. These cards are worded bad. It's a dumb part of the rules, but whatever. It is what the rules are, so be it. This round's gonna open plow sow. Sushi's gonna sow 2 veg. Purple is gonna reno fence. I'm gonna get plow grain. Then red is gonna have to fence. No, red's not gonna have to fence because nobody's gonna have fence parts. I would love to get. I'd love to get plow sow grow, but I don't know how likely that is. Oh, also, actually, it's literally just Sushi and I who can grow. Yeah, this second spouse is utter trash, but you think I bought the hearth a bit too early? That's reasonable. I could have not gone for hearth that round and instead just taken 3 wood. I was hoping to set up decent food, and instead I just took lots of bottom feeding because sheep came late, and the hearth really hasn't done enough for me this game because I wound up not being able to take the mid-game sheep grab because of fighting for growth. So that's reasonable. Can I double grow with second spouse, or does it say other player? Another player. I can't double grow. But that would be fun otherwise. But yes, I cannot. Also, I'm not getting plow. Okay. Purple would rather not reno fence and would rather do it separate in order to get a plow action. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm definitely not sowing, so I'm probably supposed to just grow, even though I have a second spouse. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just have to grow, even though I have a second spouse. Delightful, beautiful, well done me. Oh, so cool. Alright. Well, yeah, lots of bad things done this game. Just lots of bad things. I still will sow bake with my next action. Because I genuinely run out of good things to do. But yeah, we're just gonna take a deserved last here. We had a really ugly game here. Just a really ugly game. I really wish I had time for another, because I really want the stink of this. I really just want to play a good game. That's what I would like, but I did not play a good one, so. The SPs in this late game broke really bad. Not sure if I could have played it too much differently. Other than the gross stuff, which wasn't really my fault. Yeah, I mean, that's part's true too. Like, if Grow just flips in 12, the game's so much better for me. Actually, it's actually kind of awkward for Sushi, because Sushi would grow in 12, which is still very good, but Sushi really wanted Plow so. Sushi would not have got another Plow. I don't know how Sushi would get their sleeping quarter down, because Sushi would not have got a... Yeah, actually, that's just a huge flip, too. You're right. If Grow flips in 12, I actually might still be in this game. But it did not work that way, which is fine. That part happens. Red starting in 13 was pretty expected, but yeah, Sushi starting in 14 was pretty sad, because I wanted to start Red starting in 12 was pretty expected because they needed Plows. But then, yeah, Sushi instantly starting in 13 was pretty unfortunate. It should have been pretty seen, though. I should have probably realized it, but yes, I agree. Going late in these last rounds has definitely cost me also. Which, again, whatever, this stuff happens. I've left myself relatively little to do, which is also bad. I could just take the pig here, but I'm pretty happy with Game Trade. Game Trade's -1 sheep point for 2 points of pigs and 1 point of cow. So, I mean, Game Trade's a 2-point action that I have available. So even if I don't get pig back, I have a 2-point action available. Although passing red Game Trade is maybe a mistake. Although red has an animal feeder. I mean, red has no food. Yeah, I think blocking So Bake hurts red more anyhow. I don't know that that's true. How many points is So Bake, though? So Bake is just 1 point for me. I buy a grain and sow it. No, actually, that's 2 points, right? Currently, I'm using up a grain, so I'm going to go to 1 grain point. But if I sow a grain... If I buy and sow a grain, I'll end at 3. No, this is a 2-point action. Okay. Sowing grain or veg doesn't matter, actually, I guess. Grain or veg sow is fine, but Sushi already sowed enough veg. They have Guardian Head Official. It doesn't matter. But... Ugh, what a bad game. I'm going to score 35? I don't know. The feeling after a bad Agricola, you want to play more and correct your mistakes? Yeah, I definitely would like to just play another. I definitely made a few decisions I'd like back, but this game also, yeah, just broke like really poorly. Purple took a lot of early wood, which is fine, but like I would have liked to just take wood. I definitely needed a better food plan, I guess, so maybe I should have just gone on early thresher lines. That also was an option that I maybe should have pursued. So it's so hard for me. I should just force that more though. I should just force early thresher stuff more often, I guess. But I also bet pretty hard. Like it's an early growth game, but I just didn't have the resources to build another room, so I bet really hard on just I guess I should take a pig over play Game Trade. Yeah, I should just take a pig over playing Game Trade. I also could just play Organic Farmer. All of its equivalent. Not having extra actions here sucks. Anyhow, yeah, I played pretty hard into Second Spouse, and failing to grow in 13 is a huge error, obviously. Having an extra action here, like, would be pretty big. Well, or just, yeah, I just have 3 more points. I mean, that's not enough. So it's still not even enough, but... yeah, my opponents are at least hitting... Well, Sushi's at least hitting 42, 45, 46. Yeah, well done to Sushi. Sushi's hiding a point of Muckrake still, 47. Sushi hitting 47 is slightly surprising, given some of the mistakes I thought he made, but I will grant the sleeping corner is huge for them. It definitely made some things make more sense. And I will also grant Sushi did get to just grow for free first, which is always powerful. Did not have to start player do anything weird, while the rest of us had to start player to grow. Yeah, that's always a pretty powerful boost too, but... you don't like Sushi's game that much. I didn't like a lot of their decisions either, but they're winning by a pretty clear margin. But they were the first defense, so and then I don't like their stable move though, but whatever. The Winter Caretaker Rep Carpenter weren't played well. I agree with that. I mean, the Winter Caretaker still worked well enough, but I totally agree that Sushi probably should just be cruising by way more. It turns out, um, if they just did some different stuff, but oh well. I'm taking last by a good margin, right? Right by a good margin? How many points are you eating, Purple? You are eating... Well, Purple's eating like a point, but only like 8 points. So Purple's going to end at 38. I'm only getting to 36. Yeah, still just a clean last. They could have received the 4 FM before Purple. 4 family members, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, again, with Sleeping Corner, I kind of understand why they didn't grow again, but also you played a Rec Carpenter and just had free build into start grow. Like, it's very tempting. And you also could have kept wood pressuring a lot more, but then you went kind of plowing and sowing because of Tumbrel. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, they won. They found a good enough path to win, and I sure as fuck didn't. I had my worst game in quite a while here, and I'm going to bleed a lot of elo, and deservedly so. I took 4 bottom feeding actions on a 3 family member game. Like, you just know this is not how you win. I definitely should have probably clay ovened my way to slightly better feeding, even if it was lots of actions. I took lots of bottom feeding actions, which were bad. I did feel slightly compelled to take lots of bottom feeding actions, though. Like, this sort of game is always awkward to me because, like, Purple in the early game chose not to respect their food, and so I kind of attacked them because they didn't take the food actions they were supposed to, but then they didn't leave me the wood actions I was supposed to get, in my opinion. So it was kind of this dumb situation of, like, Purple is taking things they're not supposed to, which leads me to take things I probably shouldn't, but I guess I need to just not... I need to not try to food pressure in round 3 with 3 food. It just doesn't work. It definitely made Purple's life annoying. I mean, Purple pretty much got third because of it. But Purple and I just killed each other is what happened here. Like, Purple's supposed to just freaking take their 3 food in round 3, and I'm supposed to just take 3 wood and everything's just whatever, but Purple did not take either 3 food spot and then had to day labor into 1 food traveling, which seems much worse than what they could have done. But I also could have done better things, probably. I don't know. You never know which food cards they have, so food blocks are dangerous. I agree. Food blocks are always dangerous. But also, I had very few good actions available to me. Which I guess is where I'm supposed to just go Thresher, but I don't even have enough food to run Thresher easily. But I guess I could have had a clay oven. Oh well. Rolling Pin and Civic fed them. Nice, helped them a lot. Yeah, it did. I mean, they still took third because of their food issues, largely, but... Oh, Sushi even could buy a veg? Did that take Sushi? No, that was just for show. Yeah, Sushi with a nice win. Red has second, and I'm going to bleed all the elo to them. Whee! Minus 31. Fair enough. I deserve it. I deserve it, but oh, what a gross game. What a gross game. Only took 16 wood off the board. Don't love it. I am curious who had the full farmer at this point. That's the only thing I'm going to look at. I assume Sushi had full farmer, which I think I'm gonna really dislike how he played some parts of the game then, but he got me, so kudos there. Yep, Sushi did have the full farmer, but Sushi having the full farmer is kind of crazy. Also, Potato Digger existed there. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Red being second with 4 early ox is also funny. Yeah, I mean, look, nobody wound up with great games. Like, everything was bad here. Just really freaking bad. First picking blueprints, gross. Also, just very gross. Also, wait a sec. That's a second pick sleeping corner. Oh, because first pick ed bonus. Okay, fair enough. I guess. This player doesn't know how to draft. This was where the ranch provost was at. Alright, fair enough. Last growth? Yep. Red had less growth. I mean, Red's last growth was, they did at least get the sheep grab and they at least had food. I mean, Mushroom Collector is pretty big in a game like this. Like, I don't know. They at least had a food hawk. They also had a harvest house, so that was pretty huge. Red also got to be the one that built a clay room. Building clay rooms in a wood tight game like this, where nobody's growing in the rounds 10 and 11, is pretty good. Like, I mean, I still laughed at their 2 clay grab, but knowing they had harvest house, the 2 clay grab makes slightly more sense. But regardless, building clay rooms pretty good in this type of game. Definitely, maybe something I could have pursued is trying to build a clay room, but there was never even big clay stacks really. The one round had 6 clay, 5 clay. I took 5 clay, which I used on Reno and Milk Jug, which is fine. But then, well, I had 1 clay left over. I could have tried for 2 reed 4 clay builds. Ugh, it's so much, and I just never had food. I mean, my game was just bad because I had no food. I took shit food actions way too long, so I guess I had to get baking. I guess I did have to just try to bake faster. I get is really must be the answer. Bake a little bit faster during the early game. The mid to late game, you at least get a little bit of milk jug bonus food, so you don't have to hopefully bake a ton right at the end, which is huge. I might be able to force a stone oven too, which goes a long way. Although it's unclear that I get any good stone grab for stone oven, but maybe. Maybe I could have drafted something that helped with food more than what I wound up with too. Whatever. The investment in the hearth without getting the early food from it was too much. I agree that was bad. The food didn't come until pretty late, and even then it was not enough of a food answer, which was a big issue. Pretty crappy pack here. I could put a buyer towards Olympia maybe, but I think I'll just play the press and be lame science Hallie. I mean, nobody else is playing science here, you'd think, so. Although this distribution of science cards and resources is not great. I don't know where the glass is, but the cog. If the glass is in the next pack and the cog's not, I guess I play glass and then play clog and I'm okay, but good luck in 7 Wonders. You're out. Thanks for the game. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Glad that I could get a stream in. Hopefully I can stream a game tomorrow or something. I really just want to play an Agricola to completion and be somewhat happy with how I played it. That game I'm not particularly happy with how I played it. It also just did not get good breaks. Grow in 12 is just, I can't even imagine how different it is. Grow in 12, I wind up with 3 more points of family, and I wind up with so many more actions. I probably get second if Grow in 12 happens. But that's not what happens, so whatever. It happens. I know it happens. I've not had one for a while, so I feel I've not been playing sharply, which always sucks, but it's life. Unfortunately, the glass and the cog is in the same pack, but I can at least play a scriptorium here. Probably will. Alternatively, I could just play a Claypool here because I'm very likely going to wind up with Scriptorium later in the game. But nah, let's not get fancy. Let's play the Scriptorium. Hopefully the buyer comes back out of our opening pack, or was this the buyer from our opening pack? No, the buyer from our opening pack's right here. Pointing a buyer at this player looks really good now. And it does look like Glassworks is a good bet, although selling the workshop is surprisingly viable also. What's going to happen to the workshop is really what we should analyze here. This player literally can't bury the workshop. Will this player bury the workshop? Possibly. But also not clear that they'll have the money to do so. So let's risk it. Let's hope the workshop winds up in the discard pile. Also, let's hope that we get a buyer. Let's hope that the buyer from our opening hand comes back and we can point the buyer at this player. I mean, both players pointing a buyer at one player is a little scary. Everybody else goes military. That's fine. It's actually possibly ideal. Buyer does come back. Beautiful. This looks really good. This buyer is exactly what I want. This player literally cannot stash the workshop, so I like that. This player currently, if they don't get money, cannot stash the workshop on their turn either. So nobody being able to stash the workshop or play the work. Well, this player could play the workshop if they pay me money. But yeah, they don't do that. Unfortunately, this player does have a stone pit. They can now stash the workshop. So I'm going to assume that's what they do. They're going to stash workshop, play their wonder. 5 coins here looks pretty good. That's 5 future resources. But a wood also guarantees I can build this last stage later. Yeah, I think actually a wood is cleaner here. A wood also allows me to play. This did get stashed. I have to assume this is a cog. So we're definitely on cog alert for science. Cogs are key. We do not see a cog here. We do see a dispensary, but there's 2 copies. This, again, is not the pack we wanted to see. But it is the pack we are seeing. I'm just going to play dispensary. Vineyard for money is okay-ish. Alright, no science here. God damn, fuck. Fuck my luck lately. Like, my 7 Wonders luck has been garbage also. The packs are not good. Double brick at least saves me some money. Does a little bit of economy. I believe it sets up for the lab. Yeah, it sets up for the laboratory I want. Alright, double brick's pretty good at least. But my god. Play a science game and just get totally wrecked by the game's distribution of the science cards. Still might survive, although there's another science stash. Alright, here's a library, but that probably is the, like, this hand, another science stash. I probably just got blocked totally. Oh no, the lab did not get stashed. Well, that's a mistake. The school got stashed, but nobody stashed the lab, which is very lucky. Alright, and I'm getting past actual point cards. I mean, I'm just gonna take 4 points because I don't think that the discards have any science symbols, and militarily I'm not doing anything. But all right, we might still be alive at least. It's gonna depend on how the science is distributed in the final hand here. Yeah, no, nothing good in the discards, though. I'm taking a 3-point discard here. That's pretty gross. I could take 4 money otherwise. That's not good. Discards are just trash, which is unfortunate. At least my opponents are fighting pretty hard in military. Once again, not really the pack we want to see, but I mean, at least there's a university. We'll get a Gardens on the wheel. Somebody's going to get a decent Philosopher's Guild.
We really just want 2 cogs and a compass. We want to get 3 sets, and then I need a couple other points to have an okay game. I don't know that I'm gonna have enough here, but maybe. But we're gonna have to get some more fortune. A scientist's guild would also be pretty good. Costs 2 wood, 2 ore. So I have to buy a wood and 2 ore. It's only $3. $3 scientist guild would be huge. Nobody wants to go science here. This player can stash some cards, but they're presumably not stashing with their opening plays. And they did what? They discarded a card for 3 coins. Well, okay, the discards might have something cool. Here there is a 3-coin scientist guild, which is good news. This hand has some good cards for us, but I'm just taking the cog. Definitely need the cog. Definitely need / want that cog. That's the cog that we can chain. The other cog cost us money. What's the other cog cost? Wood. Oh, we can just play the other cog. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, our economy is just enough. This player can stash 1 card on us also. Yeah, this player can stash 1 card on us, but... The good news is we didn't pass... I mean, the Scientist Guild might get stuffed. Yeah, I'm guessing the Scientist Guild might get stuffed by this player, but I can live with that. Ooh, military, yes. Fight military, yes. Kill each other. Keep playing science. Although this Spies Guild looks surprisingly good. Spies Guild is pretty good, but can't really be as good as trying to complete 3 sets. Come on, cog. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, we totally got away with the 3 cog plan. Now we just need to play somewhat decent cards to end the game. As long as we get somewhat decent cards to end the game, we're going to be doing okay. I wish I knew what this player discarded at the start of the round. The fact they discarded a card instantly suggests that it's possibly correct for me to go build, but I really don't know what card they discarded. I should have been keeping count, probably, but... they just sold another card. That's a way to know that you're losing. Oh, wow, these cards suck. Well, given these cards suck, I guess I'm going to assume that they've been discarding decent cards, and I'm going to go fetch them. Yeah, I'm going to go fetch them. I'm going to bury this military card just in case I want to play military as my last action of the game. Just to beat them. Yeah. There's some more berries, whatever. What have you been discarding? You discarded the 8-point palace for me? Wow. You're very, very kind. Alright, never mind. I'm a lucky son of a bitch. Oh, wow, the Scientist Guild. Cool. Yeah, I'm a lucky son of a bitch. I mean, you can't sell a card as your first action of the age against Halleck or Narcissus and have it be a good card. You can't do that. I mean, apparently you can do that, and then you could just let me win by a mile, even with iffy distribution of science, because nobody could block me in the late game. Here, I bury this and see if Scientist Guild is actually the best card. It probably is. Scientist Guild is equivalent to a green card, except it doesn't give this player points. So yeah, it's got to be Scientist Guild. Military's kind of fun too, but Scientist Guild is 7 points. Yeah, 7 points. All right. Hallie B is just stupidly good. Who knew? Oh wait, we all did. Too good. Too good. 70 points. Easy peasy. Wow, this player actually got second, even though they sold 2 cards in Age 3. That's crazy. Holy crap. And this player's rated a... Wow. Wow. This is like a fairly high-level table. Like, they're rated a 417, and they just basically said, I'm going to take second place, I guess? Like, selling the palace as your first action is like such a just letting Hallie win, but I guess how are they supposed to beat Hallie? These players played a lot of military. This guy definitely lived the just play a little bit of military and win the easy battles. This is a tough seat to play because you're getting punched by military, and I'm gonna go science. So what are you supposed to do? Maybe playing for second is just correct there. All right, easy win. Played that somewhat well and got the right luck, even though the distribution of science cards seemed a little bit iffy early, but nobody blocked me by the mid to late game, so it was all worked out. Um, one more. Sure, one more Seven Wonders. What the heck? I really wish I could do one more Agricola, but I need to be somewhere in like an hour or so. So yeah, but I have time for more Seven Wonders. So let's see what happens. We'll see if we get lucky enough to just get dealt Hallie B and everything go right after a certain point. All right, what do we got? Oh, you're telling me that we can just play Halicarnassus again? I mean, okay. What do we do here, though? This is tricky. Okay. I probably just play Lumberyard here. I really don't like paying 2 coins for Scriptorium when there's 2 Scriptoriums in the deck. Pointing a buyer at this player is like mildly interesting, but I don't know that they're going to play resources here either. They could go science in front of me, although this also looks kind of sciencey, and then we have Olympia. I'm going to just play some resources and be flexible here, see what happens. Marketplace. Okay, all the split cards look like they're in this hand, so I'm probably getting a split card next. I'm tempted to just go resource here with the Orvane. I could pay for the workshop. Could force the science here by paying for the workshop, but I don't know that I like that either. I'm just going to play an Orvane. Stay flexible. Wow, no, the splits are over there, so no split resources for me. Sad day. Lots of resources across from me, which makes it hard for me to pay for cards. I just go for a stone pit here. Sure. This is slightly dubious. Now the science cards go. Okay, I'm going to try to play military. It looks like me and Babylon play military against some science guys. That's an okay position to be in. It's not a great position, but it's an okay position. I at least got paid a little bit of money already. Alright, some more science, some points. Is that a buyer pointed at me? No, clockwise, pointed over there. Okay, it's fine. 5 coins is very solid. A lot of flexibility here. Take that. And 2 coins for a military, but it does give me the military lead. Sure. I don't love paying for this, but I will do so. This player has a slight money problem, so let's not give them money to help solve that. Both buyers are over here. Beautiful. Okay. I'm willing to play a resource card. Actually, I don't really want to pay that many more resources, but I'd play a double brick. Or I would just play a Caravanassery, which gives me all the flexibility I need. Beautiful. I am helping their money problem instantly. That part's sad, but this opens up like all the military plays. This opens up like everything for me. We're just doing solid fundamental Seven Wonders stuff here of like just build strong economy and hope it works out. And yeah, now we just force military in Age 2. This is a good default. Play the military cards we see. The science guys are splitting science, which is beautiful. Play more military, lock up the military wins.
Easy peasy. Yeah, this is just very smooth at this point. Wow, I could play all the military. Um, I really don't need this other military card though, so I think I play the forum and I call my resources really sorted. Yeah, playing the forum looks like just all the flexibility now. This player's paying me a lot of money, and it looks like to me their setup is just very iffy. I think I'm a little more scared this wonder is generically just a lot more flexible. I'm gonna actually, oddly enough, pay this person because I just am way less scared of their game. I don't think their game's very good. Wow, I could just... Man, is there any good Age 1 card? I don't know. Let's find out. But if none of you suckers are going to play military cards, I'm just going to laugh. I'm just going to go laugh my way. I mean, maybe I don't get enough points to win. That's possible. These people have not played much. I was going to say, like, they're not playing economy cards. So, admittedly, I am in slight trouble here because, like, I'm running out of all my money now because I keep paying to do things. To the point where maybe I do just... Do I play double brick here? That's so gross. I don't really want to pay. But I'm not going to get any money. Ugh. Uh-oh. Am I getting paid here for my neighbors? No. This guy builds a wonder, does not pay me. This guy builds their wonder and does possibly pay me, but probably doesn't because my money is low. Uh-oh. Okay, it's a slight tricky position. I really don't want to... I think paying for double brick is mostly a trap. Oh, although double brick helps set me up for Philosophers Guilds or for Builders Guilds. Alright, let's pay for it. We got no money there at the end. Opponent played... Wow, okay, so I mean this military card was such a gift for my opponent. This guy is a little bit scary here just because he did not invest so hard in military and my neighbors are doing very bad military things with sciences. So we'll see how that pays out. This pack's pretty underwhelming for me, but Lighthouse is actually solid. It solves my money woes. So that's nice. Solving money here is good for me. I have a big military lead here. These guys have to play multiple military cards to eclipse me, so that part's the good news. Yellow Guild doesn't look very good. 2-coin Pantheon looks pretty good. Yeah, Palace. I am a little scared about this player across the table from me. This player has a lot of points, has a really nice economy with these split resources going on, has okay money, like gets to play multiple cards. Yeah, I actually think Babylon might be winning this game. I don't know that there's a lot I can do about it. Both of these players' games just look really not good enough to me. But, is there any good guild? Wow, I can't play this Builder's Guild? Oh, because I don't have access to triple stone. Well, that sucks. That does suck. Alright, well, this Haven is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points in money. That's actually the best card here. Although, I forgot where the other Haven was. Now I can't play the other Haven, and now here it was. But luckily it's okay. I can just play the Town Hall, happily. Okay. This guy played a military card, that's fine. I should not have to play military myself this age, at least, I don't think. Yeah, it does look like I have to play military this age. I do get a 5-point gardens here, or I could see if there was something better last age. I don't think there's anything better last age. I play a gardens here, and then I build my wonders my last play. Think I'm losing. Well, wait, did this player just play an arena? This arena is pretty bad for Babylon. Yeah, this player just played an arena. That's promising. Maybe I can still beat them. Maybe. Probably not. These military cards are just so bad this age. Nobody really wants to play the military cards just due to the position, which is like part of why my game's going really well. But like, yeah, that guild was also quite nice for them. Yeah, double military here. There might actually be nothing. There literally might not be points left in the deck for me, which could actually lead to me losing. I mean, these players who went hard science are actually doing better than I thought. This guy, like, has just... Both of these players have just enough science that it's working out pretty well, actually. Nobody buried science because, well, I just don't. Both of us don't bury cards. Like, there's been so little wonder building, actually. Oh, wow. Actually, yeah, you know that Builders Guild I talked about? I probably am getting the Builders Guild here, but the Builders Guild is garbage because it's only going to be like 3 or 4 points because nobody built their wonder stages. All right, what's Hanging Gardens building as their last cards? They built their wonder and played a good Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, really nice Babylon game. Yeah, literally all military cards. Literally all military cards at the end of this age. Gross. I mean, this is a 1 point card at least, but crazy. What a bad Halley game. There's nothing good to filch. Wild. I mean, I'm going to have second here still, I think. Yeah, I got 54, but the player across me just a really nice 67. Well done. Not a lot I can do there. Not a lot I can do there. At least I don't think there's a lot I can do there. What was I supposed to do? Not play so much military at age 2 just because I should have realized that my neighbors would ignore military? I don't think I can know that. Yeah, I can't really know that. Yeah, I mean, this guy also just had slightly better economy than me due to having the split cards. Like, I didn't get split cards, I had to just play slightly iffier economy, but this player got away with basically playing slightly less economy cards than I did. And so they got to greed out a lot of early points, actually. Like, a surprising number of early points here, actually. But it totally was fine because they had good economy, they got paid good money because their neighbors set up nothing, they got to just get away with the barest amount of military. Cool stuff. Good work. Alright, thanks all for hanging out. I'm definitely going to end the stream here. Hopefully see people tomorrow for an Agricola game that was better than this Trash Fire game today. I've not had a game that bad in a while, so hopefully we can avoid such a disastrous showing. But we'll see when I can get another game in. But yeah, I should head out. See everybody around. Later. I can take a look at your last draft. Sure. If you link it to me quick, I'll go do it. Sure. Or just tell me which game. You should probably just link it if you can, but I don't. I can try to find a game quick. We can look at a draft. We can have fun with it. All right, here we go. Let's look. The Dictator, a 58. Well, that's. I'm assuming this is. Let's look at a draft that went real well. Well, okay. I mean, I instantly see that we were drafting a tiller and a hardware store, and I mean, also, are we looking at draft 10? Yeah, we're looking at draft 10. Gross. Gross. Yes, it was ridiculous. All right, well, let's see where it goes next. We just hit the day labor nuts in this draft, is what I'm guessing. Oh, you also are sitting after 2 100 level players? I mean, like, this is fun, but yeah. Sometimes is why we don't do these things. You get a barrow pusher to go with tiller. That seems okay. Not super useful, but fine. Scholar in draft 10 seems okay-ish, but not super important for what you're doing. Pigswill seems... I'm not sure I'd take Pigswill, but Pigswill's fine. Do you go upscale? I think upscaling Stockyard is okay, yeah. Upscale does seem fun here, though. Okay. What else do we get? We get a stew. Yeah, okay. And a priest. Priest with upscale is very fun. Drinking trough. Wait a sec. Why are we taking drinking trough? Wait, it's just... Whoa. What? What are we doing with drinking trough? There's a bookshelf in draft 10.
There's a lumber mill. Why are we taking a drinking trough? I can't support that. Drinking trough was for the animal reeve. Just fence fully. Just fence 15. Why do we need a drinking trough to hit animal reeve? We don't. Stockyard on the wheel is pretty nutty. I actually might take the pig swill now, because now you do have a reason to want the extra animals, but... Stockyard's still really good, though. I don't mind Stockyard. Stone Carver is fine, also. I don't think you're going to use it, but that's fine. In fact, you decide you're not going to use it, you go Salter. Fair enough. And you just get Animal Reeve back, because... why not? Okay, sure. And a writing desk. See, this is why we have a bookshelf. Like, if we had a bookshelf here, I mean, ugh, we would have had writing desk, bookshelf, could have put our whole freaking hands. Anyhow, yeah, this is dumb as is. I mean, Stew, hardware store, tiller, barrel pusher with priest, upscale, all of this is just beautiful. Having a late game animal reeve with all this animal stuff, yeah, this looks very nice. It looks like it's gonna be good, dumb fun. It does look like mild food problems, although actually wait, no, not mild food problems, Stew. You just gotta get Stew in play, and then there's no mild food problems. And your first seat, yeah, okay, so this is pretty easy then, right? Like, what do you? I don't even know. I guess what do? You go, you open the game, tiller, 2 clay. I don't even actually know what you do. You have lots of options. It's a little setup heavy. It takes a little bit of time to get it all going. Your first 2 stages have got to basically be your first 6 cards. Somehow you got to get all this stuff out and going. But once you get all this stuff out and going, it's just over. So, thanks for sharing though. That does look fun. You dropped the barrel pusher actually. Yep, that's actually very defensible. That's actually very reasonable now that I say that out loud, yeah. You really don't need barrel pusher at all here. You can chuck that card away. You really just need to focus on these cards. You actually don't even need tiller very early here either. You really just need to focus on hardware store Stew. And then upscale priest. And then you can play tiller. You're going to hit day labor plenty enough. You don't need the fields early. You have no crops. So I guess I open the game 3 wood, 2 clay, just so I can force hardware store Stew over the next couple rounds. And so that I can force upscale lifestyle. Yeah, this might just be a 3 wood, 2 clay opening, but anyhow. You got upscale into 4 clay into priest. Then you played tiller in stage 2 with start Stew into grow hardware. Yeah, okay, that all sounds very reasonable too. Just force early room with upscale priest and then get the day labor stuff going during stage 2. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Glad you could play that. Seems like a fun hand. Alright. I'm going to head out now for reals though. Thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been good. I'll see everybody around. Later all.